Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanics Simulator. Eric MN Twins 20 here. How you doing, everybody? It's been a little bit since our last episode. Last episode, I found a second Chevrolet Lumina race car, the '89, which I showed you guys, and we painted it into the Darrell Waltrip ride. Well, I found another race car, but this one's a little different from the Lumina. This is a mod that I added to the game that I heard about and found on the Steam Workshop. There's two race cars, and they're modern race cars. It's the Chevy Camaro and the Ford Mustang, I believe. The race cars of today, and I managed to find one of them in the junkyard. It did not come cheap. It was like 300 some thousand or something like that. Or no, it was 100 and some. It was 100 and some thousand. The one I'm thinking of, there was a car on the auction for 300,000. Couldn't afford it because it was going to go for well over 800. But here it is, the Ford Mustang race car. I bought this thing and I checked the liveries, and there's a ton of NASCAR liveries, including a couple I'm very tempted to go after, and I think I have it down to 2, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But this is our new race car. I'm actually going to sell, I think I'm going to get rid of the clamshell, and I'm going to buy a new one because I want this car perfect looking. So I'm going to see if I can fix it. If not, we're going to replace it. But I'm going to use the welder first on this car to get the rest of the rust off. And I think we're going to use the cleaner and go from there. So how's everybody doing? What is today? April 23rd, 2021. This month is flying by fast. Lots of changes coming to the channel. I have new hardware on the way to hopefully capture video on my PS3. And if I get it to work, we're going to start doing some Let's Play GTA 4 and its DLCs with it. A Let's Play walkthrough of Final Fantasy 1 on the Origins game that was made for PlayStation 1, and then it was ported to PS3. So that's going to be cool. If I can get this of course, if I get this capture card to work for my laptop into my PS3. So hopefully that'll work out. And as you can see, I got a new headset on, and this is for something non-channel related. I'm actually have a new job I'm going to be starting. I'm going to be doing a work from home job where I'm basically a customer service guy, whomever I work for. Somebody calls in, asks for questions, and I'm the guy on the other side that helps them, minus the I'll actually be in the United States and not, across the world like so many call centers are through. Thank you for calling support. This is Bob. Those types. I'm sorry if I offend anybody on that, but I'll be an actual American speaking person doing a call center job from home, so that's gonna be nice. It pays good, and I'll get to use two of my really good skills I've learned over the years: customer service and my computer skills I've learned since middle school until then. So I'm really excited about that. Let's go to here. I'm getting subtracted. 2019 Ford Mustang stock car. So let's go into. I sold a few cars, by the way. They were just sitting in the garage. I didn't know what to do with them, and I just don't have the time right now because I'm really focused on these race cars. I did sell the Firebird because I was struggling to figure out ways to get the hood, the bird matching, and then I realized in the Community Cars body shop, I did this today when I was working on some cars I was doing for customers. Firebird hood. Oops. Firebird. Check this out. There's actually some hoods, and there's the Trans Am logos, the bumpers. And look, there's the Firebird hood with the Phoenix on it. So it's like, jeez, I could have had all this time. I could have found it. So I sold the Trans Ams I had. If I find one when I'm in the junkyard or in a barn find, I'm gonna buy one again. But yeah, I was pretty. I sold a few cars. I still have the two race cars. I'm keeping those. I'm not getting rid of them. Alright, Mustang. Stock car. Oh, Mustang. And there should be a clamshell for the Mustang. There's a lot of parts in here. Oh, right here. No, I don't want 69. Let's take a look at the... Oops. 2019. Okay. So we're gonna... This will be a short video. It's actually close time. I gotta go pick up my daughters. It's Friday. Ford Mustang. We'll just do 2014. There we go. So we want the clamshell. Right here. Yeah. I probably should just buy all of these because I'll probably need it. Stock car engine cover. Yeah, we're just gonna buy them all front end. Paint separate, matte black. Okay. Paint matte separate. I don't know why, but okay. I'm just gonna buy all these parts for this car. Ford Mustang stock hood. Yep, we're gonna buy that. Left body window. Yep. There is a helmet inside. You'll see that later. Roof flap. Roof flap. Rear fender. Oh, by the way, in the last video, remember that part on the Tide car I was having trouble finding the rear? It was the left rear fender. I found it, and I actually found it when I was watching either somebody else's video, or I was just messing around, and I was working on my car, and I just happened to look. I saw some rust under the car. I'm like, what the hell? And I hovered over it, and that was it. Ta-da! So I'm like, oh, cool. That's what that was. So, yeah, I found it. I'll show you guys actually on the car when I want to because when I go to put this one away, I want to put the cars in order of their number appearance. So we're gonna do that. Just give me a minute here. Thought there's some stuff. Yeah, see, here's the rear clamshell. Take that off. And I think we're good here. I'm just checking around the car, make sure I didn't forget anything. Everything else that's rusted is gonna get pulled. But I'm just doing the outer clam because I want to show you guys the what's going to be going on here. What was that one part they said I had to paint separate? Front end. Okay, paint black. Actually, there is a car I do want to... There is a... Paint matte. Oh, it's the driver. Okay. I'll just do the paint. Yeah, it's the driver. Yeah, we'll just... Okay, so we're painting the driver. Okay. Let's put this car back together. I really want to show you guys this. It's going to be so damn cool. We'll put that on. We'll put that on. Put the hood on. Front window. Yep. And even though it's a Ford, I'm a GM guy. It's okay. You know, we're fine. I'm okay with Ford, I guess, if we have to. You know, I'm just here for work on the race cars and have a good time. I'm going to put the rear flap on. The left flap. Is there anything underneath the car? Yep, right there. There's going to be your rear fender. So on the Tide ride, on the other side, underneath the car, I saw the exhaust right there where I'm highlighting. On the other side, it was all rusted. I'm like, what's that? And then I realized, oh, that's the part I was looking for. So got that figured out. Okay, so we got that. We got the clam. And I think I should be putting the driver in. Yeah, gotta put the driver in. Cool. Nice. Okay, let's put this car in normal mode, and now let's take it to the paint shop. And this is gonna be the fun part. There is so many liveries for this car. It's not funny. And there's so many numbers and so many sponsors you can choose. I'm just like, wow, I can't wait to show you guys. Let me just start. Okay, here's the main livery, number 1. We're going to paint the car first, but I want to pick which livery I want, because if I paint the car first and then put the livery over it, when I go to store it in the garage, in the car park, when I go to that door to look at the car park, it shows all list of all the cars, and it shows their main color in a square box. And since I'm gonna have multiple race cars, I want the main paint job on the car. So the main livery color, I'm gonna paint the car that color, and then I'm gonna pick the livery. So that way I'll know, in my memory, I'll know which car it is. So like the orange car, I know that's the Tide Ride. Like if I have multiple black cars, then I have to remember what order I put them in as far as their number. So I'm gonna have 251 cars that are both gonna be black. I'm gonna have the Exxon car and I'm gonna have the mellow yellow car. And right now the mellow yellow car, and that's 51. So when I do the Exxon one, I'm gonna have two squares next to each other because they're the same number. But that'll work out. But like when I do the Earnhardt car, that's gonna be a black car too. But that's gonna be at the top of the number numerical, so it'll be easier for me to figure out. I'm gonna write it down, keep a journal I can look at and be like, okay, I can keep track of all the cars I got. So that's why we're gonna paint the car first before we pick a livery. But I want to show you guys the liveries first and how many of them are. There's over 146 liveries, or there's 146, and there's so many different liveries. There's a 6 car. Yeah, there's just a lot. I might do, if I can get some more race cars like this, I might just see. I like the Pennzoil ride. But they don't have the one I like from back in 2001 that Steve Park drove. Steve Park drove that in the late 90s, early 2000s. And actually, that's when Darrell Waltrip drove for Steve Park for Earnhardt. When Park broke his leg really bad in the crash, DW was just sold his team and he was down in the dumps and he was considering retirement, which he probably should have. But then Park got hurt, and Earnhardt asked Darrell to drive the 1 car for him. And Darrell had some of the best finishes of his career in years in that 1 ride. And they almost kept DW at DEI. There was a story saying if Park hadn't gotten better and gone back in the car, they would have kept DW in the ride. Or what the talk was, they were going to put Darrell in the 15 Napa car instead of Michael Waltrip, but Napa at that time wasn't ready yet. That was 2 years before, and Napa wasn't ready yet. They were talking about Napa, and Napa wasn't ready to get into NASCAR. And if they had done it sooner, DW would have been in that 15 ride instead of Michael Waltrip. So who knows? DW could have had a second Daytona win if he had driven in 2001, but we'll never know. But that's a little thing I learned over the years. But so many different numbers and rides. Oh, that one right there is a ode to DW's Western Autos car. It's the same look. It's not the same sponsor on the car, but it's Fastenal. But that's a homage to the Western Autos car. I thought about doing that one, but I'm not going to do that one. There's actually one I'm going to do. That's on the other side of that spectrum. There are lots of cars here I really would like to do, but it's down to it's down to a certain sponsor. But I gotta choose which one I want because I'm a big fan of this guy. There's another 51, but we're not gonna do that. There's so many. This is the one I was thinking of doing right here. I'm either gonna do this one, ode to Rusty Wallace in his number 2 car, his white one towards the end of his career. But I was thinking this one when Rusty switched to the black number 2. I'm a huge Rusty Wallace fan. I like Rusty. He's in my top 5. I would love this car, and I think it would look good. And there's some other ones too. But the car is at white now, so I don't need to paint it, so I could leave it. There's other sponsors here. I like the Mobile One. That's a cool one. DeKalb, I could sport that. Being from living in Minnesota for over half my life. DeKalb is a company down in Red Falls where I used to live for 8 years, and their headquarters is down in Red Falls. So that'd be kind of cool. A throwback to my childhood and my teenage years. I could go sport that ride. So that's an idea. So I think though I'm leaning towards the Rusty Wallace ride. I really like that car. I mean, there's some really good paint schemes here. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Rusty Wallace. I might get out of there. So we're going to leave the car. I think we're going to leave the car white. I'm going to go ahead and paint it real quick. Just to... Okay, and then we're going to go ahead. Yeah, we're going to do the number 2 car. But since I have so many black cars now, and I'm going to have some more black cars later, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do the white number 2. Now I think it's either going to be that one, or there's another one. I think that'd be cool too. Yeah, we're going to do the other one. Yes, we're now in the 14s, which there's other ones too. Yeah, we'll do the not that one, but we'll do, come on. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so we got the white Rusty Wallace car. I don't think it says Rusty. No, it says Keselowski, but it's still... Keselowski's a good driver too. I like Brad Keselowski. He's cool. There's a lot of good drivers in the NASCAR today. I just don't follow as much because it's just... I hate the new system. I hate the stage racing. It's just dumb. I hate it. So we're going to take, actually, I'm going to put this on car lift 3. Oops. Because I got to put this back in the garage. And I want to put them back in order because that's just my OCD talking. So let's get the mellow yellow car back. And then, speaking of mellow yellow, look what came in the mail the other day. Finally, I ordered this online and it finally came. This has been a while. I got a new mouse pad. That's pretty cool. I like that. Cold Trickle Mellow Yellow matches my my canvas I bought. It has the 51 car, shot from the movie Days of Thunder. That's a 51 car. So, okay, there's the Mellow Yellow ride. Let's bring the Chevy car back. And now we're going to put them all back in the garage in the right order. I'm still looking for more race cars to go with the other Luminas. Trying to find enough to finish the Days of Thunder cars. Whoops. Why did it send me there? I didn't want that. Oh well. Yeah, I'll move the garage. I'm looking for the other 4. I'm looking for 4 more to finish the other 4 Days of Thunder cars, and then 1 more for the Earnhardt car, and then we'll be done with the finding the Luminas, and then we'll start looking for the other cars. The Chevy Camaro stock car that goes along with the Ford, I don't know if it's the same sponsors. I won't know until I get the car, and then I can take it into the paint shop and look. There might be a Toyota as well, I think. I'll have to check the mods. I might just, before this video ends, I'll show you guys how the workshop works. And it's not just for car mechanic simulators, excuse me. It works for like House Flipper and other games that's on the Steam network. I can show you guys that real quick. Getting text everywhere. It's all junk. Alright, so I got these 2. I got Keselowski / Rusty. So we're going to put this in car park. So that's the first one. So then when I go back to the list, it should show white, orange, black, and then I'll know which cars it is. Because they all say the same thing, but they don't say what car it is. So it won't say 17 stock car. It'll say 89 Chevy Lumina, 89 Chevy Lumina, and there's two the same cars, but two different colors. So that's why I'm kind of doing it this way, because my OCD, just keep them in order. And that's just the way I think it would look good, having them all in order. So that's done. Oh yeah, that part I was going to tell you guys I found on the other car. It's down here. If you see right there, there's the tailpipe. That's what I was looking for right there, that rear left fender. That's what I was looking for on the other car. I couldn't find it. And then I was walking around and I saw some rust there. I'm like, what the hell? And I clicked on it and it went away. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. So that's what I was looking for in the other video. It was driving me nuts. I think it's fixed on this car, because this is 100%. Yeah, we got it on that one. So, move car, parking, and now, when we go to park, it'll show, there you go. So you got white, see on the right there, it says the name of the car, 2019 Ford Mustang, 89 Chevy Lumina, what kind of engine's in it, and its color. So you can see how the cars, like the two on the bottom there, they're labeled the same engine, but they're different colors. So, of course, somebody would be like, well, which car is it? Well, for me personally, I know what it is. Orange is the Tide Ride, that's number 17. Black is the Mellow Yellow car, which is 51. Now, let's say I had both Mellow Yellow and Exxon cars. You're going to see two black squares there. Unless I decide to use the secondary color of the Exxon Ride, which is either going to be white for the number, or I could go red for like the little accents on that car as well. I might do that, but I'm probably going to leave it the way it is. But that's just my OCD thinking. That's just my... want to keep them in order. This whole garage here is pretty much going to be race cars, and then I'll go to the second level will probably be the regular cars, unless I sell those. I don't think I'm going to be saving any of the regular cars I buy, except maybe if I get them back. The Firebird, the DeLorean. I sold the DeLorean, so that might be coming back. A Ford Mustang Mach 1, so those might go on a different level, but there you go. There's the race cars. You got the Keselowski, Rusty Wallace, Miller Lite car. I might actually go get the black Miller car, because I like that car, and that's when Rusty was kind of in his prime. He went from the Kodiak car, which I believe there is a Kodiak car paint job. I'm going to have to check on that, but I think there was one of those. No, it was Quaker State. It was Brett Bodine car was Quaker State. I saw that car. But I think Rusty's career was good when he went from Kodiak to Miller, and he drove for MGD, Miller Genuine Draft. And of course, that's my beer choice, even though I'm not a beer drinker. I like MGD. So I might get that car, too, to park next to that one. Got the Tide Ride, DW. I might go get the other car like this. That's the other Tide, the homage to Western Autos, the DW Ride from back in the early 90s up to mid-90s. That was the team DW owned. So I might put those two together. And then, of course, the Mellow Yellow car will go with the other four from Days of Thunder. So I think that's it for now. I'll keep my eyes open for more race cars, and hopefully we'll have some more videos soon. I'll start working on restoring the DW Ride. We'll get that one going, and I'm going to keep some ideas open for improving the engine. And because remember the last video we did, we took the Mellow Yellow car onto the drag strip racetrack, and the engine was, it wasn't doing too good. It was topping out, and so I'm going to look at possibly switching engines out and maybe gearboxes and giving a little extra horsepower and help it out a little better. So I think that's it for now. This is the story mode car I'm working on, which is not started yet. It's not running good. So that's it for now. If you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you'd like to help out with future projects, visit my Patreon at patreon.com/mntwins28. You can help out adding more software, games like this, or hardware. Helps out, stuff like this, better equipment like my microphone, which is not being used. Upgrades the computer so we can do better games and have a good time, and I can continue to entertain you all. Until next time, peace out.